Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Septina Dwi Putri. Now I will do assignment final examination from the academic speaking. Now I will explain about the journal vocabulary self-collection strategy. Is it effective to improve vocabulary mastery achievement on senior high school students? Okay, we will move to introduction point. Mastering the essential vocabulary for knowing any language. This is because vocabulary is built in all elements of language, especially reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Despite frequent use of English, but inside and outside the classroom, students continue to encounter difficulties in learning, and they usually see foreign terms as the first obstacle to be overcome. Thinking about the importance of mastering vocabulary, therefore, we need the right strategy so that vocabulary mastery increases for high school students in Bau-Bau, South East Sulawesi. Next, to prevent students from having problems in mastering vocabulary, the researcher suggests one strategy for SMA Negeri 4 Bau-Bau student. The researcher used the Self-Vocabulary Collection, or VSS, strategy to educate vocabulary to improve students' vocabulary fluency. Meanwhile, the goal of VSS is to provide the long-term incentives for students to acquire new words by increasing their interest in integrating new topic words into their educational vocabulary over time. Next, there are three benefits of VSS. The first, make connection between new words and their meaning. The second is foster students' interest in new phrases. And the third, grow students' interest in learning and discovering new words. Next, we move to method. The method in this journal, the researchers use in this study is quantitative method. With the experiment distributing student groups, where one group of students served as the control group and the other group became the experimental group. Each group of students who have low vocabulary learning achievement has the opportunity to be selected as the sample of the study. The test is divided to pre-test and post-test. They are made in form of multiple choice with 5 choices for each item. The test is given 60 minutes. After the data is collected, it is then analyzed using descriptive statistics to determine students' vocabulary fluency. Next, we move to finding and discussion point. From the score data, it can be seen that there are no students who reach the very good category. The achievement of students' vocabulary mastery before being taught using VSS was included in the poor category. This is because the most of students scores in the pre-test are in that category, The treatment using VSS was then applied to the experimental class in 4-6 meeting. After completion, a post-test was given to determine the achievement of students' vocabulary mastery. In addition, it is also to find out whether the strategy is effective in increasing the level of achievement of vocabulary mastery. After the experiment was carried, the result that the achievement of student vocabulary mastery was included in the good category because it was the category achieved by most students. From these results, it is known that VSS improves students' ability and achievement of vocabulary mastery. Next, the outcomes that have been stated in the result describe the result of the pre and post test in each of the experimental class and control class. The experimental class was taught using a self-collection vocabulary approach, while the control class was taught using a conventional approach. This data indicate a development in student performance in vocabulary mastery in experimental class, which can be seen from the development and average score of 13 period 96 point. For assessment in the control class, the average post-test score was 11 period 50 points, that better than the pretest. These results are also supported by the final result of the Engine test to determine the effectiveness of each approach. The experimental class was considered moderate, while the control class was considered bad. Several studies also provide that VSS is effective on students' learning abilities, motivation to learn vocabulary, and behavior. Next, we move to conclusion. Mastering vocabulary for students is important to make it easier to teach students a foreign language, but it is also not easy to teach students to learn new vocabulary. Therefore, researchers conducted research to improve the quality of students in learning vocabulary. This study concluded that there was a significant difference in the attainment on vocabulary proficiency between students and those who were taught using English, self-taught, vocabulary collection strategies, and those taught conventional approaches. This can be seen from the average post-test score of the experimental class of 79 period 67 and is categorized as good. This means students gain excellent vocabulary mastery after being taught using a self-collecting vocabulary strategy. Okay, thank you guys for your attention. Sorry for all my mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.